It's the National Football League on EA Sports. And we'll see this team's leader at quarterback. He's going to have to air it out plenty this week. We're just moments away from the action. Next on Madden NFL 25.
EA Sports coverage of the National Football League is on the air. Along with Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, you take a look at our home side as we enter play here. They come in with some fresh legs as they got the week off last week thanks to the early season bye.
And usually you hope your bye comes a little bit later in the year. But when you get a chance to get fresh legs back, you take that time and you run with it.
On the other side of the field for our visitors here, they've come in on a nice run of recent form, 4 wins out of 5. Getting toward the halfway point of the NFL season, Week 7 is underway on EA Sports. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27. So out comes this offense to take over for the first time. And a glance here at their quarterback standing 6'3".
That was a solid performance last week, wasn't it? 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, ran the team well, won the ball game. Bottom line, may not have been earth-shattering, but it didn't need to be.
Throwing right away is Williams. And his first pass here is going to fall incomplete. Now a 2nd and 10. Now a handoff up the middle. Johnston. Only a couple there as he'll be brought down about the 28. An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. To the air, Williams steps away. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. The drive stays intact with a pickup of 13. Throwing is Williams. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. And just 3 yards on the catch there. He couldn't get away. And it's 2nd down. Now the first carry here for their running back. And he'll be taken down just shy of midfield after a gain of about 4. Coming up here looking for 3 yards to pick up the first. And they'll go jet sweep to try to pick it up. And he will have the first down as he gets this to the 47. Give him the 3rd down conversion, 5 yards on the play.
How about that there? No frills, no additives, right? Nothing crazy. Just find a way to pick up the first down. A nice run right there.
To throw, Williams. And he's got his man on the out route. 15 yards through the air and a first down.
Charles, that's a route that you and I have seen time and time again in our years up in this booth, and that executed well and a great throw, too.
And sometimes, even if you know it's coming, the execution will trump whatever you do on the defensive side of the ball. Plus, it was a well-thrown football. A nice, healthy gain right there.
Firing quickly here, and that's complete. Calling a gain of 3 on the play, and it's 2nd down. Here's Williams. Incomplete.
Well, that's the 2nd time in this opening drive alone that he's dropped a pass. We know that that can't continue, but they got to determine what it's about. Is he just super amped for the game and maybe he'll settle in, or is his focus just not there?
Oh, he shifts past him. And all the way to the 2-yard line there before crossing over out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Brandon, that's a gamer move right there. Facing third down, steps up, calls his own number, and nearly makes the house call. If I'm the coach, I let him take another one right here. Give him a chance to be the first one to hit the end zone after that effort.
And he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great play there. His 11th touchdown of the year. And this offense takes the ball down the field and scores on their opening drive. One of the keys to their long winning streak has been scoring first. An ideal drive right there, getting the first 6 points of the ball game.
Do you go back to our meeting with the offensive coordinator? Remember what he told us?
Absolutely.
With some teams, I script to probe in the early part of the game. Other teams, I script to attack. They've been in attack mode for these ball games and continue that in this one.
Extra point splits the uprights, and it's now a 7-0 game. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And out a little across the 25 to the 27. So now we'll get a look at the other offensive unit as they come out for their first possession. And leading them out there, we get a look at their 6'3" quarterback.
And coming off of an early season open week. And in this situation, what he told us when we sat down with him was he spent a lot of time working on fundamentals, kind of getting back to basics during that time, as opposed to having to worry about healing up or resting up. It was too early in the season. Get back to the basics, get his game going again.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down, counting down toward the midway point in quarter one. They'll look to throw now on first down. Looking middle, and that's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. They'll try and run this one right up the gut. And he just danced away from that one defender on his way to a gain of about 7 yards. Second down and 3. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. Pressure comes and down he goes. It'll go as a loss of about 6, and now it brings up third. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. On third down, he'll drop to throw. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. And they'll get 14 yards out of it and a fresh set of downs. Solid opening drive so far, Charles. They've moved this football into field goal range, but you know that they want to cap this off with 6 and not 3.
Absolutely. As one of the better coaches in the league always tells me, on offense, I want to throw body blows all game long and finish it with uppercuts. Well, here are the body blows right now. He's hoping in one uppercut will take care of the end of this drive.
They go play action here on first down. He'll buy some time, and he's going to lose a yard or two, taken down behind the line. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. On play action, they'll throw. Under pressure, they got him again. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's third down. And that is the 3rd sack this offensive line has allowed this first quarter.
Yeah, that puts him on pace. Let me do the rudimentary math here. To be sacked 12 times in a game. I know he's not going to go for that. I wonder if it's going to reshape what they decide to do on offense in terms of play calling.
Well, I can tell you what, when he popped, and he will take this one in for a touchdown. A great effort there. 39 yards. And his guys are an extra point away from tying this thing up. That's an old-fashioned death march there, partner. Took them a lot of plays, but hey, they did the job.
And the defense always preaches getting off the field, making a play, and turning it back over to their own offense. Unable to do so. A long, sustained drive by the offense.
Point after, right down the middle. And we are tied at 7. So that drive takes them down the field in 8 plays. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The visitors' offense and their quarterback coming out for their second drive. And he's been doing it through the air and on the ground to start the season, currently leading the NFL in rushing yards by a quarterback here in the month of September. To throw, it's Williams. Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
And they're able to get this one across the 35. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first. Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10.
Looking to throw is Williams.
Over the middle, complete. It's Harris. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Here's 2nd and 3.
Up the middle they go. It's Johnston.
And a lane slow and materializing there as he'll get maybe a yard up to the 45. 2 yards still to go. 3rd down now. And they'll try and run the option to pick it up.
And he'll be taken down as that will take us to the end of the first quarter of play. These two teams all tied after one. Ready for the second quarter, and it's our visitors with the football. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive.
From the gun, here's Williams.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up 2nd.
Okay, I'm not sure you could actually draw a better pass rush than that one right there. Nowhere to go outside. He had to keep backing up and backing up and backing up. Eventually dropped for a huge loss.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. Back to throw. Williams.
And the timing a bit off that time as that one falls to the ground.
This offense so far on 3rd down, a perfect 4 for 4 thus far. This will be 3rd and forever. Looking to throw. Williams. And he comes back with one complete. And they do get this across midfield to the 49, but a small consolation prize as he's well short of the first. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. They'll come out throwing here on 1st down. Eluding the pressure, and he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
Buried by multiple defenders on the drive's first play. So that now 4 first-half sacks. This pass rush has been unrelenting.
And, partner, you hear that sound of paper being ripped to shreds? That's the game plan that they've had so far because they've got to say to themselves right now, we have to do something differently.
They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon.
From the gun, they'll try to run it.
Good strength, gets him a little extra and gets them some breathing room as he's tackled shy of the 10. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. Pressure gets to him, and down he goes. Back at the 4-yard line. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack.
But, Charles, this has been something to watch so far. This is where you really feel for a quarterback. He's been running for his life in this first half.
Brandon, that's 5 sacks already, so you know he's got to be saying, can we get some more guys in here to block, please? Because if we don't, we're going to need another quarterback.
The visitors' offense and their running back getting ready to go back to work. And as we check out the NFL leaders in rushing touchdowns coming into the weekend, see a familiar name there near the top of the leaderboard, currently 2nd in that category. Here's a fake on the jet sweep, and instead a give up the middle.
And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard.
And they run the option on second down. And a very determined run there as he'll take this all the way down to the 27. Good effort.
And a solid job using his legs. 16 yards and a first down on the keeper.
Working out of the gun, Williams.
And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down. It'll be a loss of 10. And it'll bring up second.
But defensively on the previous play, they gave up a pretty good chunk of yardage, but right there, they got a good portion of it right back.
And if we just flip it around from the offensive perspective, took a nice step forward, and how about a couple of leaps backwards after that play? They've got to figure out a big call coming up here to try and gain that yardage back.
Back to throw. Williams. Short throw to the tight end, Thomas. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets them up for third down.
Now, right where this set of downs started, they need a full 10 here to pick up the first down and move the chains. Williams from the gun on third down.
Dancing to his, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. It'll go in the books as a sack and a loss of a yard, but more importantly, it leads to fourth down. And this one looks good. It is good. Right down the pipe, and they take the lead here now at 10-7.
So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number one. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
They'll start on the ground here on first down.
And he'll scratch out a yard up to the 30, and that's all. 2nd and 9.
He'll drop to throw. Throwing right, and that's complete. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down. And they'll send the tight end in motion left. They'll look to throw here on first down. In trouble, and he's taken down.
Multiple defenders get to him there, and that is the 6th time he's been sacked in this ball game. Well, collectively as a defense, Charles, I think if you get 4 sacks a game, you're feeling really good. Now they have 6 as a unit.
And that type of a number is just staggering because there's so many ways to try and counteract it. But in this case, they've got no answers for this unrelenting pressure coming at their quarterback.
Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. He'll look to throw. All that gets him is just a yard, and now it's 3rd down. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. And he's going to have to eat this one as down he goes. And now that brings up 4th down there, a loss of 6 yards on the sack. And they bring their punter out there now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. And a fair catch signaled for and taken just outside the 20-yard line. So possession goes over here on the punt.
And they will take over 1st and 10. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Right side, he has Johnston.
And he's going to be taken down right at the line. Coming up at halftime, I'll go from one personality, that's you, Charles Davis, to another one in Orlando, the coach. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL. You and Jonathan Coachman, both larger than life.
No doubt about it.
But you're stuck with me in this booth.
Yes,
and he's miles away and smiling.
And happy.
And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble. Back to throw now on first down. And a quick throw here. That's complete. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38. Now the offense going to use the first of their timeouts. as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. On first down, he'll drop to throw.
Now throw right side here, going to be incomplete.
I see the surprise in your face there, partner. That is a rare incompletion from him. He's been on point this entire game.
He has percentage completion-wise way up, not that time. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw.
Finds Johnston.
Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. He's going to let this go. Back of the end zone. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete. And on now is the punter as he'll kick it away for the second time. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. 19 seconds showing to play in the half as they come up here 1st and 10. Here's a quick throw caught out wide, and he'll get nothing out of that one. They'll send a receiver in motion to the left. So we've hit halftime, just a field goal separating these two teams at the break. As we send you to our EA studios in Orlando.
Well, we'll move right through the break then, skipping halftime and back to the field for the start of the second half.
Welcome back. Halftime over. We are ready for quarter number 3. Alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gordon.
And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29.
They'll try and start this drive in the air. Firing quickly here, and that's complete. And this will leave them a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. Second and 1. Looking left side, and it's complete. And out of bounds on the other side of midfield at the 45. 5th catch of the afternoon, and that gives him a first down.
And that's the kind of play this offense needs to maybe kick them into gear a little bit. They've been stuck in neutral much of the game. Perhaps that can give them a little bit of confidence that big plays are out there.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. The play action fake. They'll look to throw.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's second down.
Back to throw again. He's going to leave this for his running back. It's complete. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves him with 3rd and 9 looming. They'll bring a receiver in motion right. They'll drop to throw. And incomplete. He had nowhere to throw, so he just tossed it away. But that brings up 4th. And they'll send out their punter now as he's on here to punt it away. He's averaging just under 50 yards a punt as he gets this away. Out of bounds as he appeared to be looking for the corner. He got it. They're going to mark this at the 4-yard line.
So now out comes this offense led by their quarterback as they take over once more. Remember, he called his own number on the touchdown run earlier, and that's something he's been able to do with some frequency this season, as you see here where he ranks among NFL quarterbacks. Throwing is Williams.
He's got Thomas yet again complete. And he'll go out of bounds after getting this across the 15. So a little breathing room now. 1st and 10 at the 17. Now a handoff up the middle. Johnston. And he goes across the 20 to the 22.
Here's 2nd and 5 now from the 22. To the air, Williams. Under pressure, and down he goes. They'll wind up losing 10 on the sack, and it'll lead to a 3rd and long.
This is a little hard for me to compute because I'm watching sack after sack happen, but somehow they're still behind in the game. I would expect all of this defensive pressure to translate to them taking a lead, and thus far, it hasn't happened. Time's winding down. They don't want to waste this type of performance from these ace pass rushers.
A tough spot here, 3rd and 15. Here's Williams.
And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. So they bring out their punter, standing about a yard deep in his own end zone. And he'll take it just outside the 40. A 46-yard punt, 4-yard return. And out will come the offense as they take over. Good starting field position for them here as they come up 1st and 10 at the 45. And the slot man goes in motion left.
Now a fake on the jet sweep, and off the play action, he'll look to throw it. Room to maneuver at the 35.
And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. The catch and run pays off for 29 yards.
And it's a real luxury when you have a guy who can turn a short throw into a solid gain at any moment. Once he caught that ball, he ID'd where the open grass was and got there in a hurry to pick up a new set of downs for his offense.
So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. On 1st down, they'll go to the ground attack. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it.
2nd and 10.
They'll look to throw here. And a quick throw here, that's complete.
And he'll get positive yardage there as he'll be touched down. They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. From the gun, he'll hand this off.
He's going to be a yard short. Needed 2, but only got 1. 4th down. And his kick is good. And that will knot us up at 10. So it was 4th and 1 down in the red zone, but they elect to take just the 3.
And I'm a little surprised that that's how they decided to play it, that they didn't go for it there. But sometimes just take those 3 points and put them in your pocket. I just have one question for you, partner.
Okay.
Hip pocket or back pocket?
And he takes this near the 25. Just a little pass there. Call it the 26. This offense headed back out, captained, of course, by their quarterback. And this defense has got to be at its wits' end, trying to come up with ways to keep him contained. He's had so many opportunities to tuck it and go, and he's turned a number of those opportunities into big plays.
And he's got it. Got his man on the end route. Complete. The drive starting with a 1st down, 11 yards on that pickup. They'll bring a receiver in motion right.
They'll get it forward to him on the touch pass.
And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up.
To throw, Williams.
Flushed out right. And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
They'll come up now 3rd and 3. To throw, it's Williams. To the sideline and incomplete.
Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. Fair catch called for right around the 11-yard line. A 41-yard punt there with no return. And the offense will come back out deep in their own territory. Now a play fake here on first down. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And he's able to get this one all the way past the 30. That good for 21 yards on the catch and run.
You don't always expect tight ends to be big in terms of run after the catch, but after that play, he joins a growing band of players that's putting that stereotype right on its ear.
So they'll come up first and 10 now from the 33. Back to throw here. Quick hitter here, it's complete. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on first down. Back to throw. Throwing middle, and it's complete. And they'll get to him after a gain of 7 to the 47.
Now 2nd and 3.
On 2nd down, they'll run it here. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And they're not going to get to the line to run another play. So we will switch ends as the third quarter has come to a close. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. Knotted up here at 10. That's our score as we begin quarter number 4. They'll set up a throw.
He's got his target. That's complete.
And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Boy, everything clicking on this drive. He's 4 for 4 now, and that throw, maybe the best of the bunch. This offense is really humming, and they pick up another first down.
They go play action here on first down. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. The completion, but they go in the wrong direction. A loss of yards, and now they're dealing with a 2nd and long. One back in the backfield, he'll get the carry. And he'll be taken down at the 34. A field goal from this spot would be 51 yards. They'll try to move it closer on 3rd down. Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. And they will rally and stop him short of the first down. They get him to the ground at the 26. And this one is right through. And they will take the lead at 13-10. So the drive here ends with a field goal. It does give them the lead, but this one's still certainly a long ways from over.
It definitely puts a lot of pressure on your defense to hold the lead, right? They're happy to have it and happy to be out there trying to do so. But I know as a former player, in the back of their mind, they're thinking, why don't you score the touchdown and seal this thing?
And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line.
They'll start this drive out on the ground.
And not a whole lot there, maybe a yard to the 27. Still 9 yards to go on 2nd down from the 27. Looking to throw is Williams.
And he can't escape, and down he goes. He couldn't get away. He'll wind up losing a dozen yards, a 12-yard loss, and it brings up 3rd.
This defense, they just continue to feast. 5 sacks now as a unit. It's been quite an afternoon getting to the quarterback.
And we're seeing it come from a variety of places as well. Sometimes just the guys up front getting to him. Other times you add extra guys rushing the quarterback, twists and stunts. It's been a variety, and they've had no way of blocking them.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that will be incomplete. On 4th down, the punt team is on as this is sent away. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over.
They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Over the middle, it's complete. And he's tackled a yard short of the marker. Good gain of 9 on 1st down. On play action, they'll throw. Looking left sideline, it's complete. Touchdown! A big play there. His first touchdown on the year. And his guys are going to add on to their lead.
For a big tight end, he can sure move like a slot receiver when he gets a head of steam going. And as a defensive back, you've got a big decision to make when he's moving like that.
Now for the point after. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. The long touchdown pass gets them 6 on a very, very tidy 2-play drive that time.
And a decent return out to the 27-yard line. Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. And they have had their problems moving the ball through the air as we take you through some of the action from earlier. This secondary has played about as well as you can. Many times they've left this quarterback with nowhere to go with the football. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And the script really is flipped for them. The momentum on the other sideline, and now they have to try and battle back from a 2-score deficit.
And he gets this one just shy of the 40. They'll mark him down at the 39. Right off the bat, it's a 1st down to start the drive, 12 yards. Now a give, right side. It's Johnston. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield.
Second and 13. Short throw there, caught by Thomas.
And he'll be out of bounds up near the 45 at the 44.
The offense on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete.
And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35.
But correct me if I'm wrong, you're down 2 scores. I don't think you need to rush just yet, but you can't take your time either.
Yeah, even if you don't want to commit to full 2-minute offense, you have to up the tempo, up the urgency. Maybe you're starting to call 2 plays in a huddle each time you snap the ball.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. And now whistles and a flag, and I think we got a jump here.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So a 1st and 5 now after the 5-yard penalty from the neutral zone infraction.
From the gun, here's Williams.
And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a 1st down. Looking to throw. Williams. Rolling to... And he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Back to throw. Williams. And the pressure gets to him again. Needs something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down. Went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. He finds his man. Complete. That's Harper.
Here we go. This is 4th down.
And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. The 4th down pass play doesn't work out. And as a result, possession switches hands. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. A real chance for them to salt this game away after that turnover on downs, holding a 2-score lead in the fourth quarter. And they work this well upfield across the 45. And now, defensively, they're going to burn their first timeout. Remember, they get an extra time built in coming up here shortly at the 2-minute warning. Running game working. They'll stick with it on first down. And this defense here going to burn their second timeout. But you can also factor in another timeout that they'll get when the clock stops at the 2-minute warning. They'll try and run some clock here as they keep it on the ground. And now a timeout taken here defensively with 2:07 remaining. So they'll also have the stop coming up at the 2-minute warning. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw.
And that went to the right side and incomplete.
So they're forced to punt on fourth as this one's away. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
This is 1st and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams.
And his throw here's incomplete.
Here comes 2nd down.
Operating from the gun, Williams. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7.
This crowd turning up the decibel level. It's 3rd and long. Able to find the open man. That's complete.
And they take this up near the 30 before he's taken down. And he's going to be brought down here in the backfield.
They'll come up now. This is 2nd and long. Pass complete. Thomas.
And he's brought down at the 24 after a gain of 4.
This definitely 4-down territory at this point, but a critical 3rd down here.
And that will be incomplete with a clock down now to 13 seconds.
They'll go. Here's Williams.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. And this one will be brought back to the 22. Well, there's a time and a place for everything. Down 2 scores late in the 4th. I get it. Now is the time to throw it downfield, but that one might just write an end to this ball game.
Yeah, I hear all the time how critical I am of play calls. Not in this situation. No other choice, really. Look at the clock. Look at the scoreboard. Had to press it and take a chance.
Victory very much in sight now as they'll take a knee.
Well, that second half, Charles, a little bit different from the first. Not only did we have the lead change after intermission, but they were able to pitch the shutout in the second half and get an impressive victory.
And what's the old expression? That's not quite how I saw it playing out in my head. You know they didn't expect this at all. As you mentioned, went into the half with the lead. Losing the game is one thing. Getting shut out in the second half, that's a surprise.
So for the home team here, their good start continues as they get their record up to 4-2. And they'll get to stay home again next week. Meanwhile, for our visitors, the loss drops them back to 4-3 so far. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week.